Hi, welcome back to the channel, Amy with Notes from Past Amy. We're here to do the pen report for April. I know it's a little early, but I'm ready for it. I've been using these pens for about a month now, so I want to get this done before any of the color change anymore. This one has gone from Amaranth to Pearl Mist from Monteverde. I did not enjoy the Amaranth, so maybe I should record that, but I already know I'm not going to put that back in there. Purple Mist. We're just going to do the exciting parts. And this is a lot of hand in the screen, sorry. I am in a different angle today because I'm on the charger and I can't wait. I just have to get this done. So lots of hand. Color match. This is actually quite good. It does dry in the nib as most do, but I'm enjoying this quite a lot. We're gonna go a strong 4. I've never done a 0.5, but that's tempting. Flow, not great. Once you get it going, it's fine, but maybe I should dock nib performance over here because it's not. Let's go ahead and fill that out. And then once it gets going, it's beautiful. It tends to write more of a red and then dry more of a blue purple. It's so fun. I love it. Dry time within 10 seconds. I did test all these. And the price on this is, I paid about $12.50 for 90 mils. So under 20 cents a mil value ink. And once it gets going, once you get the little crusties off the end, it flows beautifully and it's super fun, kind of a color changing effect. So I'm really having a good time with that. This side is just the pen information. It doesn't change from pen to pen, except for maybe that nib performance. So let's continue with the Monteverde. I know I sound a little weird today, I'm sorry. Oops, RDE. Giant Sequoia. I'm not sure if this is being made anymore, but I have a fine. And I forgot to color that for you. Okay, let's go back and do that because it kind of color changes and it's super fun. See how it's redder? And it's flowing beautifully. Once you get the little crusties off the beginning, then you're good to go. Which I did before I pressed record because, you know, it's not the most fun thing to wipe the crusties off. And this ink is, what is this? I just got this in. It's a Pilot Iroshizuku because I really wanted to try them, and these were some really great prices on Amazon. Kujaku, which is like turquoise, a bluer version of Apatite, Pelikan Edelstein's Apatite. It's got a color number, but you don't need to know that. Color match, I'm loving this. This is a really good match. And more on the side, not so much the lighter Waterman inspired blue, which is actually bluer than this. It's a little bit more serious. I really like it. It's not as green as something like Peacock Flare or not sparkly, like I'm trying to think of it. Emerald of Chivor. I can't put that in there because of the sparkles. But it's a good color. Kind of like Emerald of Chivor without the sparkles. So really enjoying this. Flows beautifully. I've never had a problem with this pen. It dries within 10 seconds. And I paid $15 for 50 mils, which puts it like 30 cents a mil, so not bad. More of a special occasion, but not gonna break the bank, so that's nice. Alright, here's my mermaid pen. I don't actually know what blank this is. It's made by Woodshed, which went out of business right before I started my fountain pen journey. And I have on this a perspective. This is the owl nib, so broad perspective. And I make this ink half from Jubilee Platinum, no, Platinum Jubilee ink. It was a Diamine special occasion thing for the Queen. And half from Colorverse Butterfly Nebula. So when you add those two together, that's what these numbers are for, and then divide it out, it's about 27, 30 cents. a mil, depending on what you pay for Colorverse. And I got it as part of the Atlas subscription box, so I got a really good deal. I just based this price on $20 for that bottle. That might be low. I don't know. I don't buy Colorverse ink. I don't use Colorverse ink. So based on $20 for that bottle and about $12 for the Platinum Jubilee Diamine ink, comes out between 25 and 30 cents a mil. So not quite a, budget buster. That's not the right word. It's what you want. So budget saver ink, you know what I mean. It's a little bit of a splurge, but not crazy, just like this one. I love this ink in here. I've had it in here before, and I don't usually repeat the colors unless I've made a permanent match. But this might have to become a permanent match. It flows beautifully. I love that it brings out these parts. Whoops, I'm in a different place today. These parts of the acrylic. It's just so beautiful. And it takes a little bit longer to dry, but it still dries within 20 seconds. This is such a strange angle. And depending on the paper, this ink will show more blue or more purple. So on this paper it shows more purple, but some other cheaper papers it might show more blue, or like more coated papers it might show more blue. Haven't exactly tested that, but I've noticed it's the paper that makes the difference. And when I first made this, I was using on a paper where it looked more blue, so I called this Cinderella's Dress. I'm going to put CC for custom color 10. Cinderella's Dress. Thought of renaming this, but I don't know what I would call it, so we're just going with it right now. Let me show you this beautiful Kuchaku. It's really nice. Maybe a touch green, but I'm really enjoying it. It is definitely on the bluer side. I should compare it to Emerald of Chivor, because it does remind me of that, just without the glitter. This did not work. This, I mean, it flows fine. It's beautiful in that respect, and I hadn't used it in at least a couple of weeks. This combination just wasn't quite right. The ink is too dark. It's too black. I never reach for this. OEUF. This is the Pilgrim model, and this is a formal italic or crisp italic on a medium, but it's a small medium. So medium formal italic. And look how dark this is. Let's try it sideways because it comes out better. It's like black. The ink is Diamine Deck the Halls. It's so dark. I don't like it. The nib did fantastic. The color match, no. Don't like it. I mean, it's purple. Technically, it matches, but it's too red and it's too dark. So that's 2 points off. Flow, beautiful. Worked as soon as I picked it up, even though I haven't used it like I've used these other ones. Dry time, 20 seconds. So, not bad. And I only paid like $2 for 12 mils. But if you were to go on Colt Pens and get it now, you would pay $7.20 for 60 mils. That's not right. Did I mess up my colors? You'd pay $14.81 for 50 mils. I messed something up here. Because this is Deck the Hall. Diamine Deck the Halls. This nib looks really beautiful with my writing when it's not at this angle. Okay, so I messed this up. So another 4. Lots of 4s for ink this time. What is $7.20 for 60 mils? I don't know where that came from. Okay. Oh, I know. These two. I mixed up these two. Because that's pen number 41, not 55. 41. Not that you guys care, but to keep my system in order, I mixed up these two pens in the tray. 55, I only paid $7.20 for 60 mils of this pearlescent Private Reserve ink, that's what it was. And it works so well in here. Private Reserve, pearlescent, turquoise. Such a good match. Color-wise, it has to glow. The pen has to glow before it really matches because this is a luminescent. And then it really matches. But it flows really well. This one was on the desk, so these two were the, like, well, no, that's not true. These three were the least frequently used this month. The others I used a lot. I also used several others a lot because everything's inked. But these are the ones I'm like focusing on for the month. So this, man, this worked so well. Even though I hadn't really picked it up, it wrote as soon as I did pick it up. And that, I mean, that says a lot for it. This is a Euphoria in Ocean Breeze. And it just has its stock medium, Schmidt medium nib on it. I really like this combination. Is it absolutely perfect? Maybe not, but it does look really good when the ends are glowing. So, flow was great. It worked as soon as I picked it up. Dry time, it's more like a 20. No, I double tested this one because I thought it would be a 20. It's a 10. And then this is the ink that was $7.20 for 60 mils. I'm pretty sure that's a clearance price, but I have a whole jar of it, and my price is under 20 cents a mil. Okay, now we're back on track because this is pen 28. Look at that blue. Isn't that so pretty? It's a beautiful match. This is another Banu Euphoria. Can I move this forward? So cramped today. Okay, it's alright. This is a fine, but a really broad fine, and it's my celebration model. Look at that blue. I didn't spin it, so we might not be getting the shimmer. I don't know. I'll have to see here. This is Diamine, another green edition ink. Can't even read that. Arctic Blast. Oh, my writing. Oh, dear. The nib did great with this ink. The color is beautiful. I think I like having a nice bright blue in this. Flow is beautiful. Dry time must have been 10 because I didn't make any notes. And then price per mil is this exact same price as Deck the Halls, which is just under 30 cents a mil if you get it from Colt Pens without a sale. Okay, this one I also had in last month. I am still not using it. So even though the nib is performing well, it's too bright. This is pen 2. And it's just a Lami Safari in pink. But look at that pink! Pink. And this is the medium. This has to be the worst handwriting of any review I've done, or report, or whatever I'm calling this. Look how bright that is. So if you want like a hot pink, this Faber-Castell electric pink is for you. Whew, color match, don't like it. It's too bright, I never use it. Flow is beautiful, never had a problem with this pen. Dry time is quick. And it's a little more expensive, $32 for 75 mils. What did this come out to? Like 43 cents or something like that? Which puts it at a 3 for my value scale, between 35 and 50 cents. Now, I did add one because I've had this one for like all of this month, and it just missed getting put on the currently inked. So here we go, 69. Look how broad that is. Can you see that? Am I in the camera screen? So broad, so broad. And this is some sort of an architect grind, which I didn't know when I purchased the pen, and it is angled too high for me. So we are struggling with getting along. I'm not a huge fan of, there we go, of this nib at this moment. It's too broad, and it's not my angle. But the size of the pen, look at that, it's like the closest I've ever gripped any pen to the actual grip. I talk about them and then I go back and watch the videos and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a pretty good size. And then I still hold it up here. So I've really been watching that. And probably my biggest takeaway learning experience from this month is if I don't like the color in the pen, it's not gonna get used. This one I've been making conscious effort, leaving on the couch, picking up on purpose so that I can use the nib and be like, oh, I was just having a bad day. Oh, I was sitting at a weird angle. Whatever, because I'm on the couch. But, that was supposed to be an H, and this is the K. There we go. That one's an H. Shikar. Broad architect. It has to be. I mean, look at this line. Yeah. Talk about juicy broad. And then if you want to color with it, it's fantastic. But since this is kind of my serious pen, I put a nice serious color in there. Land of Shangri-La from Ferris Wheel Press. I'm trying to print like a nice size, and it's still too small. Can't read that hardly. But anyway, color, like, I don't like this. I'm not going to put this back in here. Flow's great. This nib is huge. Dry time a little bit slower, because again, the nib is huge. And Land of Shangri-La is not a value ink. I just got a screaming deal on Reddit because that person didn't like shimmer inks. I was practically giving them away. So, there we go. There's my thoughts. Good, the bad, the ugly. Not a stellar month. Some of them I love. Some of them I love the changes for this end of the month versus what I started with. As in, I hated the amaranth. That's not happening again. No. I didn't mind what I had in here, but it was too bright. It was the Waterman Inspired Blue. Too bright. I prefer this Kujaku. I love Cinderella's dress in here. I'm going to have to make more of that because it's just so perfect. Too dark, beautiful, very nice. Too bright. And I think this nib is just going to have to get changed because this is one of the best sizes for me. But the brown is lovely. It is such a lovely brown. However, I don't like the nib. So then I'm not admiring the ink when I don't like the nib. Did you see the high angle I had to use? Probably not because I wrote with everything at a weird angle today. But those are my thoughts. Hopefully there was something helpful. I have already started inking for May, so I will hold the video till the first part of May because I want to give you another video tutorial for an easier pen case this time. Hopefully you enjoy that. I'll be releasing it next Tuesday as usual. Till then, take care. Thanks for watching. Bye!